Yeah, sure. We can start. A very happy evening, friends. Good evening. ಹೆಂಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ? How was your weekend? Went good? Sure. Good evening. So today's session will be looking into a different topic. You will be guessing with the story that I'm going to play. I'm good. I'm doing well. Hope you are doing good, well as well. Today's session, every class we keep updating ourselves with various things that happens in and around India, right? So today we'll focus something pertaining to vocabulary, okay? Topic, it is, you wait for a few more minutes. I will be letting you know with the story that I'm going to show it to you. Before that, we shall, screen is very much visible, I hope. Karthik, Gokul. Can you let me know whether the screen is visible, clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Visible.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
How many of you know these things? We'll see. ಏನಿದು ಎಷ್ಟೋ ತರದ ಚೇರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ತರ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಏನಿದು ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಸೊ ಯುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬೀನ್ ನೋಯಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಚೇರ್ ಸೋಫಾ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ವುಡ್ ಬಿ ನೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ತರ ಚೇರ್ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೋ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂಗಡಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಮಾಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಬೀಚ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ತರದ ಚೇರ್ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ ಸೊ ಡು ಯು ನೋ ಈಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನೇಮ್ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ shall we see them one by one? What kind of a chair is this? Any idea what kind of a chair is this? Yes, it is a furniture. It isn't a sofa, chair, sofa. A good chair. Guess it is an armchair. It is an armchair. Okay? It is an armchair. This one, which you find it in beach or resorts, what is it called as? ಇದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ? Any idea? Guess? Steel? Sea chair. Good guess. It is called as a lounger. It is called as a lounger. Lounger is its name. Lounger. Sea chair, beach chair. Good guess. This one, where you come across these kind of chairs in office, it has wheels. It isn't because it since it has wheels, we can't call it as wheelchair. It is called as desk chair. It is called as desk chair. You can see this in your computer labs as well. In office setup, they use these kind of chairs wherein they can rest as well. This one, it is helpful for people who are unable to walk, who are, it is called as wheelchair. Yes, this is wheelchair. This one, you will guess it easily. ಅನೇಕವಾಗಿ ಮನೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ಒಂದು perfect, super. Almost most of the centers have guessed it. Sofa. ಈ ಚೇರು ಇದು ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಈ ತರ ಚೇರ್ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು. You would have come across this kind of chair if at all you have visited a bank, railway station where you have to wait in a long queue. ಅಲ್ಲಿರತ್ತೆ ಈ ತರದ್ದು ಚೇರ್. ಏನಂತೀವಿ ಇದನ್ನ? Rest chair, joint chair. Okay. Hospital chair. Good guess. Long chair. Wow. Spellbound by your imagination. It is called as waiting chair. Okay. It is called as waiting chair. This one, you would have come across this chair wherein your grandpa or grandmother, they take rest in this chair. What kind of a chair is this? ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಕಡೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಸಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮನೇಲಿ ಅಜ್ಜಿ ತಾತ ಇದಾರಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಯೂಶುವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಚೇರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ರಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಚೇರ್. Rocking chair, house chair, wooden chair. Okay, it is made up of wood, so you can't call it as wooden chair. It is rocking chair. Okay. Armchair, lounger, desk chair, wheelchair, sofa, waiting chair, rocking chair. So different kinds of chairs we have come across and we have updated ourselves. So what's the topic, ma'am, for the day? A lot of questions in today's session before I start itself. You are going to let me know the topic. Okay. I'm not going to tell it. We'll see how you guess it. So I'm going to ask, I'm going to show a small story. With this story, you will be guessing what's the topic all about. One moment. Sorry, just a moment. It was a sunny day. I woke up early and went for a walk. Okay, you went for a walk. What happened after that? I felt refreshed and decided to make some tea. After coming from walk, you felt refreshed. ಒಂಥರ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಂಗಾಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಡೆಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಿದ್ರ ಟೀ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ. ಆಸ್ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಸಿಪ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಮೈ ಟೀ ಐ ಹರ್ಡ್ ಅ ನಾಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಡೋರ್. ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಬಾಗಿಲು ತಟ್ಟೋ ತರ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಮೈ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಹೂ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ಬಾರೋ ಅ ಬುಕ್. ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರಿಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ಗೆಳೆಯನೇ ಬುಕ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಬಂದಿದ್ದ. ಓಕೆ. I gave it to him and we chatted for a while. I gave the book to him and we spoke for some time. After he left, I decided to go for a run. ಅವನು ಹೋದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತು ಓಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. I ran for an hour and felt great. So you ran for an hour and you feel great as well. When I returned home, I showered and got ready for the day. When I returned home, I showered and got ready for the day. ಬಂದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಬಾತ್ ತಗೊಂಡೆ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ರೆಡಿ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಡೇ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ? ಏನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್? ಎನಿ ಗೆಸ್? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ. ದ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್, ಎನಿ ಗೆಸ್? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಟೆನ್ಸಸ್. ಓಕೆ. ವಿಚ್ ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಮ್ ಐ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಓವರ್ ಹಿಯರ್? ಯಾವ ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಈ ಸ್ಟೋರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು? ನಾನೊಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ರಿಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ, ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡೆ. ಫ್ಯೂಚರ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ಸನ್ನಿ ಡೇ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಅದೊಂದು ಬಿಸಿಲಿನ ದಿನ. ನಾನು ಬೇಗ ಎದ್ದೇಳಿದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೋದೆ, ನಡಿಕ್ ಹೋದೆ. ನಾನು ರಿಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೀ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೋ ಬಾಗಿಲು ತಟ್ಟೋ ತರ ಅನ್ಸ್ತು. ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡು ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಬುಕ್ ತಗೊಳಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಬಂದಿದ್ದ. ನಾನು ಬುಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತು ಮಾತಾಡಿದೆ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಹೋಗಿ ಓಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಐ ಡಿಸೈಡೆಡ್. I ran for an hour and felt great as well. So by looking at these sentences, you would have definitely come across, yes, amazing. KRCRS Anjungi Center, you have answered it perfectly. I am talking about past tense. Yes, ಈ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯ ಅದು ಮುಗ್ದೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಮುಗ್ದಿರೋ ವಿಷಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಅ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟೆಡ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ is being spoken about. So that is to be in past tense. Yes, it is to be in past tense. ಮುಗ್ದೋಗಿರೋ ವಿಷಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆನ್ಸರಿಂಗ್ ಒನ್ ಬೈ ಒನ್. ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಸೊ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೀವಿ? ಆಸ್ ಯೂಶುವಲ್ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ, ಅದರದ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಏನು? ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ವರ್ಬ್ ಯಾವ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸಿ and how we are going to identify them. It represents an action or event that took place in the past. ಇವಾಗ ಕೆಲವು ಸಮಯದ ಮುಂಚೆ ನಡೆದಿರೋ ವಿಷಯನು ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ರೈಟ್ ನೌ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಸ್ 5:41. An action that took place at 5:30. The class began at 5:30 p.m. Already class ಶುರು ಆಗೋಯ್ತು. The class began at 5:30 p.m. It represent an action that took place in the past. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಇನ್ನು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಡೀತಾನೆ ಇದೆ. It has begun ಅಂತ ತಾನೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಓವರ್ ಅಟ್ 5:30 p.m. ಹೀಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ? ಇವಾಗ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಡೀತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮುಗ್ದೋಯ್ತು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರು. ಶಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ದ ಸೆಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟೆಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಮುಗ್ದೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ವರ್ಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ದ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಬೈ ಆಡಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಇಡಿ. It is formed by adding ed or an d to the end of the base verb. ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ either we add ed or d to the base form. So what is the definition pertaining to simple past tense? A tense used to refer to the past is simple past tense. So how do we do it? We add ed to regular verbs, d to regular verbs that ends with d. So what are all the verbs there wherein we are going to add ed? ಯಾವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ed add ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು d add ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? If you see, I live in Bangalore ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲಿವ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ, ಅದು ಬೇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ನಾನು ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಲಿವ್ಡ್ ಅಂತೀನಿ. ವೆರಾಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ರೀಚ್ಡ್, ನಾನು ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗೆ 9 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ನಾನು ರೀಚ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ. ಐ ರೀಚ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಅಟ್ 9:30 AM. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಡಿ ಸೇರಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಡಿಂಗ್ ಇ ಡಿ ಟು ಇಟ್. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ವರ್ಬ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ವೇರ್ ವಿ ಆಡ್ ಇ ಡಿ ಟು ಇಟ್. ಇಂತಹ ಇ ಡಿನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡೋ ವರ್ಬ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ವರ್ಬ್ಸ್, ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಬ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? Regular form of verbs wherein we are adding ed or d along with these verbs. We call it as regular form of verbs. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಡಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸೇರಿಸಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇ ಡಿ ಸೇರಿಸಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಹೇಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಯಾಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ REACHD ಅಂತಾನೆ ಬರಿಬೋದಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ. Why didn't we do it? What is the reason behind it? We reached our village. Okay, walked. Any reason behind it? Here, if you notice, we have just added d. Here we have added ed. How do we identify it? Simple thing, if at all the verb ends with e, in most of the cases, if the verb ends with e, we just add d to it in its to make it as a simple past form. Okay, most of the verbs are formed in its simple past by adding ed. The two regular verbs are formed by adding ed, wherein verbs ending with e, we add d to it. Okay, so we'll see various scenarios wherein we add ed, d, and rules behind it. Okay, ಹೇಗೆ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? We have regular form, irregular forms, and forms wherein the three kinds of verbs are also same: base form, past form, and past participle form. All are same. Shall we see them? So here was, we are adding either ed or d to it. Various scenarios conjugating regular verbs to form simple past. Pack, packed. Okay. Accept, accepted. ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡೆ, accepted. Reach, reached. Offend. Anything that you're not accepting, you're offending it. Offended. Any other word over here in this form wherein we add ed? Next we see regular verbs ending with an E. Ending with E, we add just D to it. Arrive, arrived. Raise, raised. I raised my hand. Saved. The children were saved by an unknown person. Correct. Lived, lived. Very nice. Most of them have answered me. Place, placed. The regular verbs ending with Y to form simple past. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಅದು Y ಎಲ್ ಮುಗ್ದಿದೆ and before it is it to be a consonant letter. What we do, instead we remove this letter Y and replace it with I. Then we add ed to it. Try, tried. Marry, married. Multiply, multiplied. Identify, identified. I identified my friend in this crowd. Okay. Monosyllabic words ending with a vowel and y. If at all the word is to be a monosyllabic. Monosyllabic ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು vowel letter ಇರೋ ತರ ಇದೆ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ y ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಈ ತರ y is getting replaced with I and we add d to it. Stay, stayed. Play, played. Here you come across words ending with Y. Before that, it is preceded with a vowel letter and we just add ed to some of the words. We add d over here. Y is replaced with I and we add d to it. So regular forms of verbs, we either add d or ed to form its simple past. Okay. Search, S-E-A-R-C-H it is. Searched, hudukde. Okay. Search, searched. Thank you for responding. Now we'll have a look into irregular forms of verbs. Irregular verbs in simple past. Irregular form andre ಏನು? Wherein we just don't add ed or d. It is totally a different word. ಹೊಸದಾಗಿರೋ ವರ್ಡ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು irregular verbs in simple past ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋಣ? ನೀವೇ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ only I have given so that you get an idea. Go, went, gone. Correct. Irregular verbs. Perfect. I'm just seeing base form and past form. ಇಲ್ಲಿ past participle ನೋಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Okay. While we move on to past perfect tense, we'll have this participle form. Begin ಶುರು ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. The class begins at 5:30 p.m. Class already ಶುರು ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? The class began. Begin, began. So these words are examples for irregular forms wherein it is totally a different set of verbs in its past form. Find. It is found. I can't find my cycle. I found my cycle. ನನ್ನ cycle ನಾನು ಕಂಡು ಹಿಡಿದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ. I found it. Eat. ತಿನ್ನೋದು ನಾನು ತಿಂದೆ. Ate. I eat apple every day. ನಾನು ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ಆಪಲ್ ತಿಂತೀನಿ. I ate. What did I eat? I ate dosa in the morning. ನಾನು ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ದೋಸೆನ ತಿಂದೆ. I ate. Action is completed. Bring, brought. Buy, it is bought. Okay. For bring, we say it as brought. For buy, we say it as bought. So here we come across those verbs wherein its form itself is different. We are categorizing it as irregular form. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು irregular forms ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Are there any words wherein three words, that is base form, past participle form, all of them are same? ಆ ಥರ ಏನಾದ್ರು ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? Okay, let me show that board once again. Me to show the board again. Show the answers. Okay. For you to make note of it, I showed the screen again. Okay, fine. Now we'll see those verbs wherein all these three forms is different. Mood verb different agide. Andre base form, past participle form. All these three remains to be the same. Thank you for acknowledging that game is good. Cut, cut, cut. Put. These are some of the examples wherein the three forms of verbs are to be the same. Unde tara words irate. We can't find any difference. It is to be the same. Any other example that you can quote? Hit, set. Mother says we should not cut paper. Paper na ಕತ್ತರಿಸಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಅಮ್ಮ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. I cut the paper. I cut the paper. Hit. He hit the ball. Sit. We don't say sit. Sit. We say it as sat. The word is different in its past form. You can't quote that example. Sing, sang, sung. It is in the example over here. I am quoting examples wherein base form, past participle. All these forms, three forms are to be the same. He hit the ball. On ball na hodda. Hitted alla hedalla. He hit the ball. I cut an apple. Correct. Put. He hit the ball. She put it down. ಅವಳು ಕೆಳಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಹಾಕಿದ್ಲು. She put it down. Set. We set the table. We set the table. Lot of examples using these words. Very nice. We set the table. Now our table na arrange ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, set ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. I put the ball on the table. Now ball na table ಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ವಿ. Let. It's also an example for those verb forms wherein three forms are the same. That is base, past participle. She put the ball in the basket. Not on the basket, it is in the basket. Basket alli avಳು ball na itlu. Very good try. Let. Letted. ಆ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. They let him go. Meet, met. You can't say met as an example for these V1, V2, V3, wherein it is the same. They let him go. So we have seen regular verbs wherein it is ending with ed, adding d to it. Verb forms wherein three forms are also the same. We have seen examples. But when do we use simple past tense? ಯಾವಾಗ ಅದನ್ನ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೀವಿ? There should be usage of it, right? ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ? For all the tense forms that we have seen, read, read it is. The way we pronounce it is different. ಓದ್ತೀನಿ, ಓದ್ದೆ. Okay. So simple past usage. Series of completed actions. Series of completed actions is in simple past tense. Series of completed actions. Habits in the past. ಮುಂಚೆ ನಾನೊಂದು ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಐ ಪ್ಲೇಡ್ ಬಾಸ್ಕೆಟ್ಬಾಲ್ ವೈಲ್ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಯಂಗ್. ಇವಾಗ ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ಆಟ ಆಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಯಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಆಟ ಆಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಆಟ ಆಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನೌ. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್. ಮುಂಚೆ ಇತ್ತು, ಇವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲ. Completed action in the past. Let me quote examples for each of the situations that I have written. Completed action in the past. ಮುಂಚೆನೆ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ completed action in the past. Duration in the past. Duration in the past. Series of completed action. ಅವನ್ ರೂಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಬಂದ, he entered the room. ನಾನು ಆ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. He entered the room. Series of completed action. Everything was expressed in simple past tense. He entered the room. Turned in my direction. ನನ್ನ ಕಡೆ ತಿರುಗ್ದ. Turned in my direction. And smiled at me. ನನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ನಗ್ದ. He gave a smile at me. And smiled at me. ನನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ಅವನು ನಗ್ದ. Smiled. Here the word is ending with E. We add D to it. Here we are adding ED. ED again. Habits in the past. John played football when he was young. ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಯಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ಜಾನ್ ಫುಟ್ಬಾಲ್ ಆಟ ಆಡ್ದ. When he was young. It is an example for habits in the past. Habits in the past. ನಾನು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಯಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. I read newspaper every morning before I went ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಹೋಗೋಕ್ ಮುಂಚೆ ನಾನು ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ನ ಓದಿದೆ. I am very much clear and loud. Please check the audio device at your end. Completed action in the past. Sarah baked cake yesterday. ನಿನ್ನೆ ಕೇಕ್ನ ಸಾರಾ ಬೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಲು. She baked cake yesterday. ನಿನ್ನೆ. Sarah baked cake yesterday. Duration in the past. ಅಂದ್ರೆ he stayed up ನಿನ್ನೆ ಇಡೀ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಅವನು ನಿದ್ದೆನೆ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. He was awake. He stayed up all night. He stayed up all night. It rained. continuously last night. He stayed up all night. So these examples we have quoted for this for simple past usage. ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೀವಿ, ಎಂತಹ ಸಂದರ್ಭಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಳಸ್ತೀವಿ, ಒಂದೊಂದಕ್ಕೂ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. What is the meaning of duration? Duration ಅಂದ್ರೆ the timing of it, how long an action takes place. It rained for 2 hours. Here 2 hours is duration. Okay. Duration means the time it takes. Again and again, now you're asking for duration. That's what I'm telling. The period of time that it takes for a thing to happen. Okay. In today's session, we have seen about simple past, meaning, definition, also structure of the sentence, its verb forms, that is regular verbs, irregular verbs, verbs in wherein three forms are also to be the same. Usage of simple past was also seen. So that is it for the day. Next class will be having multiple choice questions. Thank you so much, friends. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Vidya Shakti. Thank you. Itself will